Why, hello there. It is 95 days until Elden Ring comes out on February 25th, 2022, and this is the Elden Wait, the Elden Countdown, whatever you want to call it. I come up with too many of these little series names, but it is 95 days until Elden Ring comes out, which means we are resuming the daily countdown videos, and this is the first of the series continuing. You may recall that back before Elden Ring was delayed and it had its January release date, I started doing daily countdown videos, and then it got delayed, and I said I would resume once we got back to where I left off, and we are there now, so we are into it. And since then, we have had a whole network test, and whereas I was just doing some little clips or something for a countdown before, I got 182 item descriptions dropped into my lap, and you may have seen my recent video where I cover the cream of the crop, the top 5 item descriptions from the network test. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But either way, we still have a lot of really good item descriptions left, so I thought I would take the next 95 days and get into them once daily as a little Elden Ring ritual as we make our way towards the countdown, a relatively spoiler-free way to spend just a couple minutes thinking about Elden Ring as we approach release. And with that, let's get into our item description for day 95, the Bloody Wolf Armor. And the Bloody Wolf Armor says, armor worn by Vargram the Bloody Wolf, one of the first tarnished to visit the Round Table Hold. According to the old legends, wolves are the shadows of the Empyrean. Vargram aspired to such a state himself. And man, what a good item description. There are a few things to unpack here. The first is that we have the Round Table Hold, and we don't know exactly what the Round Table Hold is. It is likely the hub of Elden Ring, and we saw a screenshot of it earlier in the year. And also in the network test, White-Faced Veray says,
"Oh, but if, by chance, you do find your way to the castle, you may receive a summons to the famed Round Table Hold."
And it seems to be a gathering of warriors or something along those lines. And Vargram the Bloody Wolf was one of the first tarnished to visit the Round Table Hold, and according to the old legends, wolves are the shadows of the Empyrean, and Vargram aspired to such a state himself. So what does Empyrean mean? I looked it up because I wasn't sure, and the Empyrean is an ancient medieval way of describing the highest heaven, and it's supposed to contain the pure element of fire, and it comes from the Greek imperius, which means in or on the fire. So this is saying that wolves are the shadows of the Empyrean, which is this heavenly celestial place, and in a game where there is a sky temple and demigods, it seems significant. And the wolves being the shadows, I'm taking to mean that, you know, when you have like the shadow of something, it's like something that's generated by its existence, as, you know, shadows are generated by a bright light or a flame. Dark Souls dealt with this a whole bunch, and in this case we were talking about wolves, and that makes me think of Geraint, the beast clergyman, who was also described as the death of the demigods. So we are getting something here where wolves and beasts are sort of at odds with these more heavenly figures and the demigods. So I'm not quite sure how it plays out, but I'm excited to see. And it seems like Vargram was also against the demigods to some degree, would be my speculation based off of what we know right now. So there you go, a pretty cool way to kick off and resume the countdown to the release of Elden Ring, with Vargram the Bloody Wolf, sort of the iconic set for Elden Ring so far, and I doubt we will start the game with it, especially because it seems to belong to this sort of legendary character, so I'll be excited to see where we find it in the final game. But It has a bit of tantalizing lore, some story hooks about the Empyrean, the Wolves, and the Round Table Hold. So let me know in the comments what you think about this item description, and I hope you enjoyed this first of 95 little readings of item descriptions with a short discussion following, and I will see you tomorrow for day 94, where we will continue the countdown with another item description. Thanks for watching.